Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Urza Masters Magic. We've already queued up our attack here against the evil Cherie and her fortress, but as you can see she has a garrison consisting of 5 units of cockatrices, which is a lot more that we can handle. So instead what we're going to do is we're going to look at these different adventure sites, and there's this temple here with only a guardian spirit guarding it, and we're going to try to capture that and take whatever treasure is there so that Cherie does not get it instead. Now, we're not actually going to attack it yet. We're just going to take a peek inside. Many guardian spirits. No, we don't want to enter. We'll move back over here. We'll have these guys fly over. Now, they could come over. He could, like, summon a spirit and fly over and snipe my node away from me. But he's probably not going to do that. I mean, he might, but yeah, I don't think so. He's not gonna like fly over any sort of attacking force to try to take it, because that would leave the city undefended. Many guardian spirits, though. That suggests like 5 or 6. So we do need to be careful, and we might need to have our spells like Word of Recall, or actually more pertinent, not listed here, is Recall Hero, which is a combat-only spell. I must have skipped it. Where is it? Yeah, I must have... Oh, no, yeah, I must have skipped it. Oh, yes, here it is. Recall Hero. It only costs me 15 because of my Rune Mastery, so as long as I have 30 points worth of spare whiz-bangery in store, I can recall both of my heroes. Speaking of which, my casting skill is up to 47, so I can cast some spells and still have enough to do that. We'll bump this up to 47 right now. And as far as our research goes, water walking costs 190. We'll have that in 5 turns. You guys can be done for now, because we want to sync up the attack to go with our sprites as well. And this is our road builder, the Hyman Engineers, who are up to 62 turns, or 62 points just for existing. You get a point of XP every turn just for being around. This cave has a stone giant. Yeah, those are all the big things I can't. It's always a good idea to remind yourself all the things that are around, so that you know what you can conquer. You don't want to have something that you can easily conquer just sit there and not be conquered. Doombats, cockatrices, those aren't awful things, but they're certainly not great. And in fact, I'll move over here and take a peek inside there and see if it's like a Doombat or many Doombats, because I can never remember. Dover's grown. We finally got our Miners Guild. So, Miners, yeah. So now you can actually build things like this temple much more efficiently. Yeah, I'm not sure. What do gnolls have going for them anyway? Wolf Riders, maybe. Well, for now we'll just go with the temple. I'll have to see if I can. Yeah, because they have 2 rebels. We definitely want the temple. Many Doombats. Yeah, that's probably not happening. Okay, so you can go off exploring. We'll have you all join the main attacking force, and oh my, we have our ally Raven here with a bunch of sprites and Nagas. Possibly heading through this gate to get to the Land of Mirror, which is kind of worrisome, because he can just swim his way over to this neutral town and take it away. And I don't want that. I want to conquer this myself. Well, we're already sort of in for this particular attack, so we'll go ahead and make it. And hopefully we don't get completely blown out. Yeah, 5 of them. That isn't too bad. Each of these Guardian Spirits has 10 melee and only 4 armor. They're also non-corporeal, which is kind of not relevant here. We'll have our sprites start off by zapping these. And... okay, that one was ineffective. But we knocked that one down by half. These are also flying. Oh, no, they're not. They're just water walking. So I can, in fact, attack them with conventional units. Or magical, or ground units, I should say. And Mr. Sage, you're going to cast Phantom Warriors, perhaps? They completely ignore armor, of which they actually don't have all that much. Yeah, you can cast a Fire Elemental, that's good. This Fire Elemental has an attack of 12, which is more than a match for a single Guardian Spirit. And you can move over here, that's good. And this should be an effective attack. Which it most certainly was not. Oh my. Okay, well let's continue barraging this with magical attacks. There we go. Okay, that was a substantially better result. And a bow attack. That knocked a point off or so. And we'll go ahead and cast some Phantom Warriors. Oh, that's right. We have to wait for the Fire Elemental to get wrecked first. You can just be done, that's fine. Okay. Actually, you should fly over here and start working on this thing. Whoops. Oh, you only get one move. Oh, that's lame. Bow attack didn't work. I'm not doing these in the right order either. I should be using my ranged attacks first. Although it doesn't actually matter too much in this case. And these Hellhounds should just stay put. You can cast your Phantom Warriors now. Most of this other stuff doesn't... Shatter only works on regular guys. Try and strengthen... Yeah, none of that's all that great. We just want the Phantom Warriors. We just want some beef. Where's the beef? Phantom Warriors don't have a whole lot of beef, but what they do have is... well, I mean, they did something. So I guess that's a start. Okay, that's pretty good. Now, we don't want to move actually adjacent here. What we want to do on future turns is move once and then attack. Hellhounds are much more effective when you attack because of that Fire Breath ability. And I'm, again, not using my sprite. There we go. I should be using my sprites, but Guardian Spirits will attack at full strength up until the point where they are destroyed completely. And I guess you can just use a bow attack. Ah! Brilliant! We've gained a fame. And what manner of glorious treasure are we going to find? A prisoner. Okay. Morgana the Witch. Oh my, oh my, oh my. So you can cast Darkness, which does not do much for me because I don't have death creatures. Mana Leak. Enemy spellcasters are drained 5 mana each combat turn. Ooh. Black Prayer. The attack strength and defense of all enemy units is reduced by 1 and the resistance is reduced by 2. Well, that's pretty good, especially against normal units, because again, that applies on a per figure basis. Possession flips the allegiance of a normal enemy unit to that of the casting wizard. Fantastic creatures and heroes may not be possessed. You have arcane power. Increases your magical range attack by +1. Oh, so you're just really good at ranged magical attacks. Wow, with even at 0 XP. Oh, you have missile immunity too. Wow, you have a ton of stuff. So you have a 9 strength magical attack, which is almost as good as a unit of sprites. But it's going to continuously get better very quickly as you gain levels. And you're charmed. You never fail a resistance roll. You give me money every turn. Well, shoot, what's not to like about that? Yeah, of course I'll accept. Okay, well, I was kind of hoping for, like, money or spells or things of that nature, but I guess you'll do. Speaking of that, you didn't get that many XP on for that combat. I was kind of hoping for more. What a disappointment. Okay, you can be done, and I have a food shortage, so I need to pick a city. I'll arbitrarily pick this one. Speaking of cities, how are we doing here? Is there anything we want to hurry? We have 500 gold pieces. Temple, temple, temple. Do you want to hurry this one? We don't have enough money because you haven't started actually building it yet. Oh, and you have the mechanicians, or the miners guild, so hurrying stuff for you is not cost effective. You only have 2 hero slots. You can only have 6 in your employ at a time. I might have to, like, fire Bashan at some point. Cities, not armies. And you're building the miners guild. How much would it cost? More than I have. Okay. Who else is taking a really long time? Sawmill, Parthenon, when you have a ton of production. We want to buy things that for units for cities that don't have a ton of production, like Oxford, perhaps. You do have a granary, I hope. Yes, you do. Okay. And you have a marketplace. You don't have a marketplace. Why aren't we building a marketplace? We can't build a marketplace, apparently. I am confused, but oh, we don't have a smithy. We want the smithy. Yes, that little building. Well, we'll go ahead and buy that for 90. Sure. Because we make 103 per turn. Your reckless hostilities can no longer be tolerated. Prepare to perish in the wake of Tauron's storm. Okay, well, we knew he was going to declare war on us at some point. Now you want to build the marketplace. Yeah, and that city is still nigh impenetrable. So we are going to make our way towards Mirror. And look at my army here and notice that it's kind of hero heavy. I mean, 3 heroes is okay. I mean, 2 of them are spellcasters, which 10 MP is not gonna really cut the mustard, but and when you get to, I mean, it's good for an illusionary warrior if nothing else. And at some point, her arcane power will become overwhelming. We could really use some more beef, especially because this wizard over here and his magic spirits are going to try to screw everything up. So we're going to want... Actually, what we should do is... Now, we're currently summoning into Oxford, which is where... I guess that's where our summoning circle is. So we'll go ahead and start casting some sprites, because they can move around quickly. Speaking of sprites, I might want to detach some of my sprite units when I get to Mirror and have them move around and explore the map some. That might not be a terrible idea. But we will cast some sprites for now. And you can just wander out to sea and see what you can see. Also, I should probably like defend this node here. How do I want to defend it though? That's the problem. I mean, I guess I could leave the Hellhounds there. I really don't want her to retake it, because you can do it so easily. It's right next to her enchanted fortress. But I'm worried that this army's kind of flimsy as is. You know, we'll just leave a single unit of sprites, just kind of a token defender. If they retake it, I can take it back. That's no big deal. All right, through the tower we go. There's a fire giant. We don't want any part of that. And we can pathfind our way very quickly towards Shari's city over here, which presumably is still lightly defended. Yeah, we need more farmers. It's more efficient to draw farmers in Exeter because we have the Animist skill, but I really want this Parthenon. And I'm making a ton of money. Is there anything we can effectively hurry? The marketplace, maybe? We'll go buy that for 285. You've got a sawmill. There's worse things to get than that. Alchemist skill in cavalry. Yeah, I mean, you have some production. I guess that's okay. You can build a bunch of different kinds of units. How are we doing on settlers? Do we need food harvest by +2 and production by 25%? Yes, we'll go for the Foresters Guild. That's the marketplace we just bought. Now we want the farmers market, and in a turn from now, we're not gonna spend 400 on it. We're gonna wait. There's our sprites, and we're just gonna use this to as a sort of rear guard, because I'm very worried that he's gonna try to snipe one of my nodes with his magic spirit. In fact, I'm worried about that to the point where what I'm going to do is I'm going to start casting Wall of Stone. Why, you ask? Well, Wall of Stone is, if I can pull it back up here, it just gives you city walls in a city without having to build. You just cast this spell and now they have a city wall. But you can have your garrison will stand up on this wall and expand the sight radius of the city. So every city I put it on expands their sight radius from 2 squares to 3. So if I put it on, like, say, this city and that city, and maybe this city too, wherever this magic spirit ultimately decides to go, I'm going to know about it. And I can intercept it with my sprites. So we got some, like, early radar warning with intercept. Oh, it's very, very, very cool. Very cool stuff here we can do with that. As for this guy, we want to continue building that road, and we are ready to peek at this garrison. Just 4 units of Hellhounds. I mean, I have 2 of my own, plus I can summon stuff. That's eminently doable. In we go. One of my Hellhounds is not feeling that great, though. Yeah, the one unit's totally missing, and the next one only has 1 hit point. Counter magic, resist magic. Actually, counter magic might not be the worst idea. Just in case they try any sort of magical shenanigans. And Zaldron, you can cast. We're going to want a fire elemental. Which Wow, this fire elemental kind of stinks. It's really not done a whole lot. Our sprites are doing work, though. So we're going to move one square ahead with our own hellhounds. And Shuri, you have a ton of it. You have 8 ammo. You're going to move one step forward and throw a ranged attack, which will hit for 1 point of damage. Oh, I'm surprised the fire elemental is still here. Continue attacking. There we go. Okay, well that wasn't so bad. You probably are going to want to get out of dodge. Zaldron can cast Phantom Warriors. I mean, it did something, so I guess there's that. And we're going to try to plink off this unit's health before we begin attacking it. To little effect. Alright, we'll attack with the full strength unit first. Actually, we're not going to attack with any unit first. We're going to attack with the ranged attack. There we go. That was actually quite effective. Thank you. So much more effective when you attack yourself. And in fact, we're going to back up with this unit. Alright, now we're going to fire some more sprites. There we go. You're going to back up. Quite good. And hopefully we can finish the job here. That didn't work. That did. Alright, we've conquered the town. We don't want to raise it. We've destroyed the barracks. We've gained a fame, and we've looted 18 gold pieces. And Shuri is probably none too happy with me, with me for having done that. So how are we doing here? We're gonna want you to build a spearman, so you can have some kind of garrison. The interesting thing about Dark Elves, incidentally, is that all the units that you can build have a magical ranged attack, which is quite handy. You can get a lot more mileage out of them than you could a normal unit. They're also more excuse me. They're also more expensive at 25, of which I only actually have to pay 22 because they have some kind of there's some coal in here that will reduce the cost of training normal units by 10%, which is why I only have to pay 22. So that's very cool. This town's with the trolls is probably going to be next. However, there is a bit of a catch. And the catch is that there's an ocean between me and them. So how am I going to bridge that ocean, you might ask? With this very nice water-walking spell. For 50 mana, I can cast this and it endows the unit with the ability to walk on water. Normally, when I want to cross an ocean, I would I can use, if I wanted to attack with just sprites, I could. But I really want to use my heroes, which are sadly bound to land. I can make them walk on water by casting the spell, but normally what I would do is build a navy, build some transports, and sail them over as you might in a civilization game. Unfortunately, all of my cities, except for the one I just conquered, are here on Arcanus. Actually, I don't know if you can send boats through the tower. I don't believe you can. Which is why, if I build boats on Arcanus, I can't easily get them over here. Now, this town could theoretically start building boats if I wanted to build the Shipwrights Guild. I can start building triremes. Which is more worthwhile? I kind of want to build the... Although getting at least a token garrison in the town is going to be kind of important, because we do have an unrest problem. Wow, despite all of these garrisons, although the magical units don't help. So how many... I would have to cast Water Walking 5 times if I wanted to transport the entire army over. No, I'll probably just build the a conventional navy. Although I could send the Hellhounds back through to garrison and send them... but it's kind of pointless. How are we working on this spell? Wall of Stone, 50 MP. We're good there. And we'll check our map. Okay, we're sort of approaching the North Pole up here. But I would like to find some kind of land. What the hell is that? Oh my god, you just polluted my land. What? Okay, water walking. That's a thing now. We can now research Nature's Cures. Completely heals all units that are stacked in a target land square. Not bad, not bad. I really, really want Create Artifact, though. Or create magical items. So we're going to go with the cheapo Dispel Magic that's not actually useful. I'm only doing this just to clear it out of my research queue. So she's got significantly more lethal. +1 to hit. Very nice to see. Got our library. You have a rebel at this point, and you only have 1 unit on the garrison. But you haven't built a shrine yet, so we should do that. Select a friendly city as target for the Wall of Stone. We'll go with this one. Okay, so this unit is gonna... I mean... Now we kind of have to buy this. Because we need to start making Shaman to go out there and like clean up the corruption that he's putting out here. That's super annoying. You're going to build a road. It'll take 5 turns because we're doing it across the river. Which is okay. Okay, so I know... Unless he's like going out to sea to evade my detection, he's not trying anything... Like, he's not going for this node, probably. He could be hanging out around here. So I'm going to cast another Wall of Stone. This guy's ready to build a town. We'll go ahead and do that. One little hut sitting there in the middle of the wasteland. York! Hymen apparently have very British names for their cities. What do we want to do? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my flying unit and reconnoiter the town. We'll take our other flying unit and we'll just sort of fly out in this direction. You guys can all cool your heels. 2 turns, we'll just wait for it. That's fine. We have too much food, so we're going to flip this back. $109. Wow, I'm so rich. Because we're researching something that's going to take 100 research points. Oh, it's almost perfect the way that works out. Can I decrease that ever so slightly? No, my choices are 45 and 51. Okay. What a shame. My casting skill's up to 50 and my power base 100. Oh, my power base went up. That's what's happening here because I have a city full of Dark Elves. Dark Elves give you a point of magical power for each one you have. So their Dark Elf towns are really super handy. So I'm definitely going to want to cultivate this town. I'm going to want to build another one, actually, like maybe out here. And there's like game and iron ore. There's some really fun stuff out here. Blue one right there might not be bad. You all can cool your jets. Yeah, a whole lot of nothing out there. Okay, we've got our Parthenon. 3 mana reduces unrest by 1. So it gets tacked on here. And by the way, even though it's not appearing here, I still do get the points for the Shrine in the Temple. We're going to want some priests to purify the corruption that he's throwing around. Ugh. It's not a bad military unit, though, although they're kind of flimsy. They're a bit like sprites that don't fly. And I have 33, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 total production. So I could buy the priest and speed it up, but I will just... Yeah, so we're going to have a ton of extra food. Oh, I need to cast the Wall of Stone. We'll put it right here in our capital. Still no sign of that spirit, though. A fact which is becoming somewhat worrisome. Forewarned is forearmed and all that. Maybe I want to put one down there. Or maybe here as well. Oh yeah, because he has this thing down there. I mean, they're costing me money per turn to keep up. I mean, I have the spell. I might as well use it. Sure. Now, wherever he is, he's not here. If I discover him, I can do something, but... Ugh. Okay, so what kind of garrison are we looking at here? 5 troll swordsmen, that's not so bad. We'll fly out and see if there's anything particularly appetizing. Yeah, we're at the top of the map now, so we should start heading back down. Oh, 2 triremes. So I'm kind of concerned he might have dropped something off. Oh, right, I can see that now because it's right inside the view of my city here. So I wish I kind of highlighted on the map, but I can see just about all of this area here. So he doesn't have anything that's immediately threatening any of my cities. I might put a city wall like there. Do I have any places that are not that have extra farmers? Any at all? Maybe not. I guess I'm just gonna have that worth extra money. Okay. That's fine. Okay, so now we've got the useless spell. Dispel magic. But we do... Oh! It's actually slightly less useless because I get a discount on it. But, I mean, the triple strength version is still the one you want to use. Firestorm. Oh my. That is a potent spell. It costs 250 mana, though. Holy crap. So it would take 5... That's not... It would take 5 turns to cast it. That is how I can take Shari's magical fortress. I can firestorm her city. Oh my, oh my. That does sound pretty good. Oh, giant spiders is a thing. 200 mana to cost, but they're giant poisonous webcasting spiders. Researching Firestorm would take a long time, though. We'll go with the giant spiders for starters. Because I could use some, like, a new beefier unit. Oh dear. Plague! A virulent plague has broken out in the hamlet of Golkanar. Where do I want my wall of, Actually, maybe I want to put it in mirror. Nah, it's not under a special threat at this moment. We'll stick it down here. Now you'll notice I see some... I revealed... No? I haven't? Okay. Slightly surprising, but okay. I guess we'll just have you run point. That's fine. And you will have made a spearman. So we'll have you do the Shipwrights Guild. So you can, you know, shove off this piece of land. Speaking of land, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Well, they can't attack me anyway. Ah, so I can use this classic tactic. Well, I mean, trolls regenerate, so I mean, this tactic is never actually going to get anywhere. Even if I kill some units, they'll just come back at the end of the combat unless I won, so... But no harm, no foul. How are we doing in terms of fame? We're up to 7 fame. You should just patrol. And we'll start exploring down in this direction. So my scout has discovered this ruin. Don't know what's inside it yet. Our priest is going to be done soon. He's moving those kind of closer. So these triremes, 10 hit points, 4 defense. I kind of want to attack it with my sprite unit, but I worry what kind of magical mayhem he might inflict upon me. Especially because he is a red wizard with 11 red spellbooks, and he's going to fling all sorts of fireballs and nastiness upon me, and I'd sooner avoid that if I can help it. So we're just going to... I don't know what I'm going to do, actually. Let's look at the map. Explore, perhaps? I guess. These units make great scouts, so I might as well take advantage of that. Wraiths. I should look up what wraiths, how strong they are. They seem strong, but not super strong. Four wraiths per unit, 7 melee, 5 defense. They fly, so yeah, I definitely can't attack it with sprites alone. It's a possibility for my whole army, but anyway, this video's gone on quite long enough. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you join me next time when we do some more fancy whiz-bang spell casting. Maybe we'll get that Flame Strike spell and, like, blow Cherie away. What is that spell? Firestorm. Well, we'll get some spiders at some point anyway, which will be good. Anyway, I'll see you then. So long.